Hi, how y'all doing, man? It's Joe D. We are back. Today is Saturday, May 31st, 2025. Share a Beer Show 796. We got Mark and we got Bum. We in the house. How y'all doing, man?
I'm
Good.
okay.
I'm okay. Yeah.
Good, good,
All
good.
good.
My voice, I'm playing a little hurt today. My voice is all out of whack from last night's Dodger Yankee game. Super exciting game. If you love baseball, if you love American history, I'm going to go there. Then you're probably hopefully a fan of Dodgers Yankees, man. That's two of the biggest American franchises in this country, right there, as far as sports go, and known worldwide, right there. Dodgers, Yankees, two symbols, the big NY, the big LA, that everyone's familiar with. Everyone's familiar with those initials from those cities, and that's where they derive from. They derive from those sports and so from baseball, good old baseball. So that game just started right now. They just had first pitch.
Joe, I don't want to butt in here at the beginning of the show,
No,
but what
wait,
we were discussing on the pre show,
yeah.
it looks like there's a good chance it is true as far as Oded
Yeah.
goes.
I'm looking at the
Really?
chat.
Yeah, at the chat, and I just did a quick search. It looks like this news came from S.J. Poor, and an
Hmm.
hour ago he did a trib. It says tribute to Oded. I'll miss you, brother, and that's where Jay Vega got the news that he
Huh.
mentioned in the chat.
Jeez.
Oh well, then share. But please share that. Let's.
Oh, and he is giving. Yeah. S.J. Poor gives his Oded's full name in the description. I won't say it here, but everybody can look it up for if they want to.
Well, no, I want to look it up. OD
Do,
was
do you want the link, Joe?
yeah. OD was significant to the start of this of me, at least beer reviewing. OD sent me um, a very significant beer mail back in the day when getting a beer mail was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he sent you something, right, Mark?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. He sent two or three really good beers. Yeah,
Yeah.
Old was
beer
one of those.
cellar.
He was one of those very hardcore early malt liquor guys
Yeah.
that sneakily had one of the most significant craft beer collections of anybody.
Yeah. I think of you. Yeah. I mean, he mentioned a couple times, but yeah, it sounds like he had hundreds and hundreds of
He showed it.
yeah
I remember seeing it
craft beers. Yeah.
because of his video that he had
Yeah.
out there. I don't know if you put that out there privately to me, but I remember
No, I do remember that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
had a video.
Like 15 years ago. Yeah.
It
long,
was a
long time ago. Yeah.
I feel like it was even longer than that, but
Yeah.
that part doesn't matter. He put out a video with his collection, and then he would even get on talking about, man, it feels weird mentioning some of these names as beers, but when particular beers would come out, he would buy 3 or 4 of them, and he'd
Hmm.
just buy one. He would buy 3 or 4 of them, and put them away, and,
Yeah. Yeah.
put them away. That you know, I remember when I was first getting started beer reviewing before I started this show. I can remember that was a thing for craft beer. Like you were always told, kind of like photography. Like photography, with photography being digital, you kind of don't have a copy of your photo these days unless you
Yeah.
have it in 3 places. And the early thought to craft beer was you needed to buy 3, have one now and two for later, maybe one a year or two from now, and then have that last one, close to that 5-year period of expiration.
Yeah.
If it was
Yeah.
that kind of style. So there was some people that could afford it, and it's not that you monetarily couldn't afford to buy 3 beers. Sometimes you didn't have the space. You know what I'm saying? So some people couldn't afford the space to store.
Yeah, or the money. I mean, because let's be
And
honest, some of those beers they're still expensive, but they were expensive then too. I mean,
yeah, they were
if you're paying $20, $25 a bottle, I mean, you know, that's a hell of a lot of money, for buying, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people just ran out of space too. Yeah.
yeah. So sometimes that affordability
Yeah.
isn't always money. We attach affordability to money, but sometimes you can't afford the space or the time for something,
Yeah.
right, at that particular time. It's not just necessarily money, because a lot of us, yeah, beer is expensive, but if you want it, it's a very obtainable. It's not like it's unobtainable. It's just, is that value worth it to you?
Yeah.
At that time, right? For some people, it is. For some people, it's not. I have this conversation with a few people that remain in my life because of work mostly, that smoke. I'm like, dear effing God, I don't know why you would spend a car payment every month for something you light on fire.
Yeah.
But they do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely will. Let's check this link out.
Yeah, and I also have to say the chairman is live right now and he's monitoring us. And I couldn't listen to the audio, but I did see the chairman raise his 24-ounce Old English can. So even the chairman, to the best of my knowledge, is giving a cheers to OD.
I hope so. I hope so, because right now, before we go to the video, let's lift our glass,
I can.
or your can, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever beverage you have. I don't know.
There we go. We'll pour beer for them. Yeah.
There you go. Now, I realize that if this is true, that towards the end, he was not drinking alcohol. He needed to stay away from alcohol, so it may seem insulting, but that's how I met OD. I met OD because of a beer channel. You know what I'm saying? So because of beer, I met OD. So a big salute to him.
Yeah.
Same thing with the chairman. When when and if his day were to come, we would still lift the glass in honor. And I hope that a glass would be lifted in my honor.
A glass bottle for the chairman, probably.
A glass bottle.
Joe, a glass would be spilled out in your honor by the chairman.
Yeah. You might, however it needs to happen, as long as a beverage.
It's the thought that counts, right?
The thought that counts.
The effort.
In my case, I understand if you just wanted to line up craft beer and fire away with your favorite firearm, I get it. I would be laughing from the skies. I understand completely.
No, it's not another near beer, Zimmerman. It's a real beer.
So let me, let me share the screen, and then we'll get to this link, because I definitely want to. Now this is a tribute video, right, Bum? Should I play it from the beginning?
This is as new to me as it is to you, Joe.
Okay, so
this is from SJ Poor.
Yeah, I got some bad news this week. And this is just on the fly and doing something I haven't done in years. And that is, I'm going to have me a big old, not a 40. It's a 32, because I don't know if Kentucky is one of those 40 law states or not, but I can't find a 40 malt liquor anywhere. So we're doing a 32 of Modelo.
Oh,
in honor of my friend OD. There we go. Yeah, and that was a pop top. I wasn't exactly sure, but we'll do the old label out. But first and foremost, we pour a little bit out for my homie. OD was a good dude. Good dude. I don't know what happened. Had to be sudden.
And also, I think I will grill something in honor of OD. He was a big barbecue guy.
It just happened this week. Jacob Samarin out of Bakersfield, California. Back in the day, UVU days. Actually, OD was one of the ones that actually kind of broke my YouTube channel open.
Yeah, he had, I feel like, about the same time as I bought this house, bought a house too, I thought.
This is very refreshing. There we go. He would do the 40 challenge. You do a 40 in 10 minutes or less, and he would send you a box of goodies.
There you go.
I did that. He sent me a box of goodies, and boy, did he send me a box of goodies.
Yeah.
Because of him, I got to try some of those West Coast sought after beers like Speedway Stout, and there was a bunch of other ones.
Yeah. He had a very significant.
Lermo 22. Label out. Lermo 22 did he did a 40 in like 4 minutes. He was very thirsty that day. And Jake took care of him. There's some really cool videos out there. I was rewatching a bunch of them today.
And just to clarify, everybody, this is not Vega unmasked.
Yeah. God.
Some people people have already said that that's Vega without his veil.
Yeah.
It's not.
Or it looks like a pea gland.
He looks like numerous people.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks like a good dude, man. It's my first time ever hearing about him, or seeing him. But I think I get the point. I mean, you know, if he took the time to put out a video and post it an hour ago, then I think I think it's probably true.
And SJ Poor is legit. He's gotten cussed out many, many times by the chairman over the years. So.
Oh, has he really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's too bad. That is too bad.
God, how many have we lost now? That
Well, you know what? It was just like maybe a week ago is 1 year that Greg passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
That's
Greg and Odeed would be definitely. Now, Odeed wasn't like a part of the show that I can remember.
No, he was on here when after I joined, he was on here at least once.
yeah.
So there was at least
A
one
couple
year
brief
where I was on the-
appearances way
Yeah.
back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of those pop.
He popped in a couple of times, but that's been like 12 years since he popped in. I mean, it's been a long.
Long
Well,
time.
I think he stopped. When did he stop drinking?
Yeah, you would know that. I don't.
Probably 10 or 12 years ago. I mean, it was quite a long time ago. Probably 10 years ago, I would imagine. But
And-
then he became, I mean, he was doing
Turned
all
into
the
the
Untappd.
barbecue man.
Yeah, barbecue and every NA beer out there he seemed to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Significantly, I mean, he had well over 100 different
Oh yeah, yeah.
NA
Yeah.
beers.
And he was in the right part of, I mean, all the California breweries and everything. There was a lot of NA beers that he could try. So yeah, I mean, he just switched and just kept reviewing those or posting them on Untappd, I guess. But
Yeah, because
Yeah.
a few years back when I decided to take barbecue a lot more seriously, some of his videos were some that I paid attention to. Believe it or not. Well,
he had a Traeger, I think, was his thing. He used a Traeger, if I remember right.
he may have had one, but he did take charcoal very seriously because his
Hmm.
charcoal advice with the lump charcoal was some that I listened to, and he really liked Jealous Devil, and because of his Jealous Devil recommendation, that I went with Jealous Devil to start out with. I still like Jealous Devil for those that may be having that that barbecue journey right now. I like Jealous Devil, but I use B&B briquettes, oak briquettes, pretty religiously. That's pretty much the charcoal that I use. So, but yeah, we had those little short online conversations, I guess, if you want to say. Now, years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, because of the barbecue thing. So that, yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that link, Bum. That helps quite a bit. I'll definitely be looking for his maybe something on Facebook or something like that I can follow after just losing a friend of mine as well. That's not beer related at all, but a guy that had just retired almost 3 years ago and was shot dead. So, that sucks. So, and that's just over a month ago now. So,
Damn, Robert, how'd you know?
right, yeah, Mars.
I tell you, great sleep, man. No extra light, nice and quiet.
Yeah.
Sleep to die for.
Yes, sleep to die for. There you go. See, that's. For those that are interested, it's already 2-0 Dodgers, bottom of the first. Bases loaded, only one out. So we'll see how this plays out. Right now, it doesn't look like Yankee pitching is off to a good start, I'll just say, which is good for the Dodgers. I hate these uniforms, by the way. I forget what they call them. I don't know.
Ugly?
Yeah, they call it ugly, and everybody has to have one. Apparently, every team has their version of these. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sparkly is not the right word, but I just hate them. I don't like them. When I went to LA to see the Dodgers, it happened to be on a day when they had to wear these uniforms, and I was like, oh, brother. But yeah, they're wearing them now. I hate them. I've seen other teams wear them. I still hate them. The Mets wore them when they played the Dodgers. I didn't like their. Matter of fact, the Mets was even worse because their little dots that they had on there made it look like rain. And you remember they had that rain delay during that series. And so to me, it constantly looked like rain. So we've got Let's see. Billy D, we've got a malt liquor report, I think, or something.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Okay. So let me get to. I wanted to play you guys before we do anything like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to play you guys some videos as well. So I'm gonna I'm gonna share the screen. I want to play you guys some videos, and then I'm gonna play parts of these videos. They're longer than I want to play the whole video for, but I just want to play parts of the video, and then I'll get some comments.
AI generated video.
Low lights, high vibes, move slow.
Okay, so any thoughts on?
AI looks pretty good, but not real.
I've watched enough of this stuff now. I can look at it, and to me, it looks like computer animation. As soon as I see it, I'm like, it's AI. I'm reaching the point now where I hear narration in videos, and I'm like, that's an AI voice.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that in mind, let me let me play some more because I like this one. This is from the game yesterday.
After tonight, I have to be honest with myself and admit that Ohtani is a way better player than me, and he is the best player I've ever seen in my life. He pounded my ass in the World Series last year, and he continued it tonight with his 2 bombs that he hit. I popped out in the 9th and showed everyone my unclutched gene once again. I always choke in the big moments when it matters most, just like last postseason, where Shohei rises to the occasion. But, there's a reason he gets paid almost double what I make, and you guys saw that reason tonight. I also wish I looked as good as him. Damn, is he a handsome fella? No, did he? But I have to say, Max Fried looked fried out there like his last name. This dude turned into Clay Holmes out there when we needed him most. And don't get me started on Cody Bellinger tonight, helping out his former team with his dog shit at bats. This team is full of chokers like myself. I'm never winning a ring here. So the best I can do is just keep padding my home run stats because the Dodgers own us.
AJAI.
Yeah, that's it's funny for people like us who get it, but here's the scary part.
A lot of people
There's so many
don't.
stupid people in this world who can be fooled by that stuff, and
One more.
God help us all.
I just put my huge Japanese balls right on the chin of the Yankees and showed them who
Yeah,
their daddy is. Dodgers
there
own the
you go.
Yankees. Or should I say Stankies, because their pitchers stank up the whole field tonight, even without Dookie Betts. We pounded their ass again, just like we did in the World Series. No Diddy. Once again, I showed Aaron Fudge that I am better than him, and he can never be like me. He is just regular season start power, and he is supposed to be best home run hitter. But I have more home runs than him, so I am better than him in all areas of the game. I can hit, I can pitch, I can run, and I can also take your girl, so watch out. If you ask me who my biggest competition is in baseball, I would say myself, because as you saw tonight, that playoff choker Aaron Fudge is nowhere near my level. I hit bombs, and I'm about to get on the mound and strike out all these bums after the All-Star break. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got to go check and see if my parlay hit. Everyone knows I love gambling and blaming my interpreter afterwards.
Jesus. Yeah, you're right though. There is, what percentage of people do you think, Bum? 25%? 20? I mean, it depends on,
Maybe even larger.
Yeah.
Because I just see the most inane stuff online, and well, first of all, just read comments on any video. Nobody can spell to begin with.
Yeah.
We have one of them watching us right now.
I absolutely love these videos, but again, I have to say, this is the worst the AI video will be. This again is another low.
Right, that's right. And yeah, when it gets even more realistic, God help this country and the world.
Yeah, see, you remember early last year talking about it, and it was so obvious it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, we have to pay a little more attention. And this is another level of this is the new low, and it's going to get better from here. 4-0 Dodgers, bases still loaded, 2 outs. 38 pitches thrown in the bottom of the first for the Yankees. Yankees pitching is literally falling apart. By the way, Shohei's back at bat in the bottom of the first. The whole rotation has gone around. That tells you how bad this is falling apart for the Yankees in the first inning when Shohei's back at bat. So, he just got the last out for the inning. So the Yankees are out of this inning 4-0. They're pretty lucky with bases loaded. With Shohei up to bat, for Christ's sake. He knocked 2 homers yesterday. Whew! That would have been a hell of a grand slam. But, you can't feel real good about that in the bottom of the first for the Yankees, and your pitcher's already damn near – your starter's already 40 pitches in, damn near. 38 pitches in.
Yeah.
You can't feel good about this game. You know you're going to your bullpen in the third, fourth inning.
Hell, maybe the second inning.
Or the second, yeah.
So, anyway.
Maybe the first.
Man, what?
Do I hear the first inning?
Yeah, they got through the part of the first inning they need to be worried about, but
They're going around again, though.
There's still a lot of baseball to be played, but so you can't get too ahead of your skis, but it's fun to watch when you're on this side of it. There's got to be some Dodger talk happening in Pittsburgh as well. It seems like, at least on my end, there is always some kind of schemes rumor. I think there's also rumors of more trade talks heading into the trade deadline with another Pittsburgh player or a couple other players from Pittsburgh. Also, Pittsburgh's in the news with the NFL. Aaron Rodgers. Is he going to sign there? Is he not? What do you?
Oh, the drama.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't deeply get into that stuff anymore. Thank God. It all turned into a reality show.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely Pittsburgh is in the forefront of a lot of this talk.
Yep.
With baseball and football at least. So the significant sports that are in Pittsburgh, you're definitely involved in some of this talk. So we'll get to Billy D and see what he thinks about any or all of these subjects. If he has a tribute to OD, I'd be interested in that. So let's.
How do we know that's not an AI, Billy D?
We don't.
We know.
It actually kind of looks like it.
That's the scary part. We don't.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I'm just taking Bum's word for it. I don't know.
I have no idea. I met someone once upon a time formerly known as Billy D. But who knows? Welcome back, Billy D. Good to see you again.
Ready. Put that aside there. For tonight's beverage, remember we said we had 3 Mexican lagers to drink from Mad Moeller. We still have the third one. We were going to drink it tonight, but we're going to postpone it for a while.
Oh, okay. No charge.
Excuse me. Once we eventually drink that lager, Mexican lager, it'll be obvious why we decided to postpone it tonight. We're going to call an audible. Speaking of quarterbacks,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See? There's a theme.
Mhm. See, everything ties together.
Yeah.
So tonight we are going to have a Tecate 24 ounce. Now, several months back, we had this Tecate 24 ounce.
Okay.
So tonight we have the Edición Retro.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Neither of which seem to be available in my county. Both available one county over for whatever distribution reasons. So I did an inventory on my Mexican lagers that I've consumed so far, and the ones I still have to consume that I own, plus probable ones still to buy. I think I may try to extend this challenge to the end of the year. It's going to be quite the feat if I'm able to do it. I think I'm good through the end of September.
All right.
So it's going to be quite the challenge to make it to the end of the year without repeating. And these are not Mexican style craft beer Mexican lagers. These are authentic brewed in Mexico lagers. So we shall see. All righty. So we have some news, brief news. Another week, another new faction, another new YouTube drinking faction.
Oh,
We have the new MLDC, which I am a member of. Now we also have the ALDC, the American Lager Drinking Crew, I think it is.
Crew, yes.
Community Crew.
okay. So the American law. So what is the distinction here?
Haven't heard the parameters for this, Jeff.
Parameters.
Yeah. I just know Havana's in charge.
Oh boy. Oh my God. Yeah. So that.
God help us all.
Yeah. That. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Post all of them, dog.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Is
So-
that the ADDLC? The ADDC?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we should also bring up the elephant in the room here for Vega before we proceed further. Vega was going to call Coach. Coach was with us in the pre-show, and I reminded him that you were going to call him.
Yeah.
Coach is on the road, and Coach said the only way he had the ability to get on the show was with his phone, and he didn't know how you could call him and he could get on the show. He said he was going to try and work his way around that, but Vega, I wouldn't hold your breath.
Yeah, so it sounds like Coach is stalling on you, Vega. To me, I don't know. Found a way to get out of it.
Vega's holding up his end of the deal.
Yeah.
You know what? And this time, I'm gonna give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Yes, I after the show last week, I did provide Vega with Coach's number as Coach said. Coach gave his permission to do so. So
Well, I think that was initiated by Coach.
yeah, I think maybe so. Yeah.
That was initiated.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Vega would not just blatantly volunteer to.
No, he got.
Yeah. Coach saying do it and Vega saying yes is logical. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe Vega was pressured.
Oh, he says he's going to reschedule. He can reschedule. Okay.
Okay. In light of, right, the passing of a dear virtual friend, in honor of him and so in this spirit of Odeed, he is letting Coach pass. He's giving him a pass on this one.
Yeah.
They have enough credits amongst each other to.
Okay.
Oh, and then we've got someone praying for Coach.
Yeah.
So Dave is pray for Coach. Yes, pray for Coach. Yes, pray.
Yeah.
Oh wow, who is this? My God.
Oh, that's bro. Don't pay any attention to him.
Okay.
And also Vega, while we're on the topic,
Oh dear God! Wow.
based on your non-response to my follow-up question I sent you, I'm just going to assume it's business as usual, and I will proceed from there. So I'm sure you know what I mean. So we are going to go to the chairman of the ALDC, Big Rome, aka
Yeah, I want to hear from the chairman what the parameters are.
Well, you're not going to hear that, but you'll hear some other good stuff.
Okay, so will we get a timeline for the existence of this group?
Nah, you're anything related to the ALD stuff, including Joe. You're going to appreciate this. We have several things tonight which are geared towards you without actually addressing you or cussing you out, but it's stuff I'm posting with you in mind because I know you'll appreciate it.
Okay,
and and we're going to lead off with this. Just jump. 30 seconds in.
All right. Let's see. So let me bring the video in here. Oh, sorry. I didn't even share the screen yet. That part's got to be first. Here we go. 40 seconds in, right?
30.
30, I'm sorry. 30 seconds in. Here we go. Whoa! Sam Adams light.
Mm-hmm.
In a can.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. When's the last time we seen Sam Adams light?
Yeah, they brought it back quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah, it's been back for a while.
Wow. That's a big one for me right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was so I'm going to have to look for it. Because I want to see if it tastes the same. Because I always thought it was one of the best tasting light beers.
Back then, it certainly was.
Yeah. So I'm definitely, wow.
Absolutely delicious and refreshing. Sammy Adams American Light. Also got some snacks. East Coast.
I forgot. Oh, okay. Sorry. That's a personal thing. I forgot something. All right.
New England lager.
Let me back it up. I want to give him due diligence here.
Absolutely delicious and refreshing. Sammy Adams American Light. Also got some snacks. East Coast. enjoy a New England lager. Park the car across the harbor.
The harbor.
Wait. Okay. Let me.
He sounds pretty Boston. I think.
me-
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if Tom passed him on the streets, he would think he was a Boston native, probably.
Now you guys have seen me do my Boston accent plenty of times by now. I don't need to do it again. But there's certain people that don't need to do an accent. Just do your thing. You do you. Because you doing an accent is I don't even have words. I'm losing words here. Mark, what are your thoughts on this Boston accent here?
I think it sounds like he's a native. I mean, yeah.
He actually added a little English to it, if you will.
Yeah.
Like there's a little,
there's probably a little neighborhood in Boston where he grew up, and then he emigrated to Buffalo.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's. That was freaking great.
So you don't park the car; you park the car across the harbor.
Yeah, this is freaking excellent. I got to rewind that a little bit.
East Coast, enjoy a New England lager. Park the car across the harbor. Hers, not his. Like a lot of you faggots, y'all eat his. I only eat hers. Don't tell me that.
All right.
Excellent. You know
that
what?
was good. Yeah.
That stands on its own right there. I've got no more words. That stands on its own. That was
That's epic.
That was great. Yeah. You know what? Enough said. That was, you know what? I'll even give him a salute and a round of applause. That was excellent. Yeah. Well said. I got nothing to add. That was great. Yeah, absolutely. Play on some more, Bum.
Yeah, not from here. Jump ahead, and then we're going to have a little show and tell in response to something that Big Rome says. And you know me, I'm always looking for an excuse to show the leaves off. So go to 450.
450, okay. Yeah. No, his having some snacks reminded me that I've got snacks, and so I'm going to have to go get them. But after this.
I know what a box beer tastes like. And this to me tastes more like a sports beer than a box beer. And it's only 4.5%, I believe. Where the fuck is the ABV? Oh, 5.3. My fucking bad. I reviewed this last September. So therefore, like I said, this is not a review video, you fucking assholes. Review the fucking transcripts, the fucking closed captions like Joe D smug ass does. Fuck you, faggot. Fuck the Dodgers. And fuck Zachy Robinson too.
Oh my God! What? What, Mark? Mark? What?
As a black man, I'm offended.
That was great. That was great words right there, my friend. Yeah, exactly. Right. And for those that don't know or don't understand, it's your first time watching this show. Boy, what show would you even go back to, Bum, to get the reference? Mark being a black man.
Oh my God, I don't even know.
Yeah, I
hundreds of shows ago.
Yeah, hundreds of shows ago. Hundreds of shows ago, it was told to Mark that he was the black guy and I was the white guy. So the things have gotten reversed for those that aren't. If it's your first time here.
Enough said. We don't need to go into the details.
Yeah. So that's why Mark is offended at that Jackie Robinson comment there. So yeah, that is too much. Okay, Bub.
Just keep playing.
Okay.
Good. Also, you want to talk about ball clubs? Talk about ball clubs.
Oh.
No Diddy, no homo. Cincinnati Reds have became my ball club.
Okay.
Last 2 or 3 years, them and the Pirates, because
The Pirates.
the Cleveland Indians want to change their names to Guardians, so fuck that.
All right.
I still support them when they're doing good, but man,
Good luck on that. Right.
nah, fuck that. Cancer culture, woke bullshit. That's why I didn't drink Anheuser-Busch products for 2 years, because they put the faggot on the can, and then I waited a year after they canceled the faggot. And then I started drinking the beers again. So, because it's ungay now.
It's
Stop the same gimmick. Make it Saturday Night Live.
It's ungay now. How about that, Mark? It's ungay. Well, we got to rewind this. This is great.
Faggot. And then I started drinking the beers again. So, because it's ungay now. Stop the same gimmick. Make it Saturday Night Live funny, in my opinion.
Oh my God. It's okay. I've not heard of this before. Pardon me. I've not heard of an ungayness. Is that possible?
Oh, well, they have the Uncola, so I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. 7-Up.
The Uncola.
Oh, the uncola. So if you can uncola, maybe uncola or something out of your colon. Like, I don't know. Is that? I don't know. Once something has been in there, can you undo that? I don't know. I don't know how all this works. It seems to me that
Well, it sounds like Big Rome knows how it works. So he
does.
Well,
Very familiar with that. That whole heterology. So I don't know.
But I personally need to address something with Big Rome here. He says he does not follow the Cleveland Indians anymore because of the name change and the whole woke thing.
Yeah.
And he follows the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
I hate to burst your bubble, Big Rome, but are you familiar with this, Mark?
I think so, but I'm waiting for you to drop your knowledge bomb.
Yeah, back in the 1950s, when the big communist scare was happening in this country, and the communist paranoia, and anyone who was a communist was a red. That became a derogatory term back then.
Oh.
If you were a red, you were a commie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
well, I don't know, but I mean, I've heard, that.
Yeah.
Makes
so
sense.
back then, the Cincinnati Reds caved into the pressure. And for a lot of years in the 1950s, they actually changed the name of the team to the Red Legs. So they weren't the Reds.
Yeah.
So
they were woke in the 50s.
No way. Really, Bum. Wow.
The proof is in the leaves. The proof is in the leaves here, and we're keeping it beer related.
Yep. Burger beer.
Burger beer, 1959, the Red Legs. And as you can see, somebody actually penciled in the final record.
Yep.
So 2 years later, we are
back to the Reds.
Cincinnati Reds. Wow. And also, I have to show these, my all-time favorites. some of my favorite leaves of all time. The Hudipole beer schedules
Hmm.
for the Reds that are die cut and shaped like cases of Hudipole beer.
Wow, that is freaking cool.
Yeah.
So you can see from 58,
14
red legs.
What is
14 karat golden Hudipole. Cincinnati, Ohio.
And then later, back to the Reds.
Yep, 1965. Yeah.
wow? What? Now I don't have any reference for Hudipole beer. What was that like?
It's still being made, and burgers still being. They're both still being brewed
Yeah.
by somebody in Cincinnati.
Original recipe, close to original.
I don't think so.
It's like Iron City in Cincinnati. I mean, that's
Yeah,
basically
it's
what it
Cincinnati's
is.
version of Iron City.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Al-
cool. Thank
Although,
you, that bum. Thanks for that.
hang tight. Give me 10 seconds.
Oh wow, here we go.
He's gonna pull out the leaf to end all leafs.
I tell you what, I'm gonna take 10 seconds as well. I'll be back with my snacks.
Oh, okay. I don't have any snacks. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. Bum has got a mini keg.
There is a 5-liter can,
Who day?
unopened,
Oh,
from 04 with a Bengals schedule on the back of the 5-liter.
oh, sweet. Look at that, Joe. Unopened. Wow.
Okay, so what do we have? Oh wow.
From
Who day?
Hudipole from 2004, unopened 5-liter can.
Unopened.
Yeah.
Who
Maybe
day?
for show 800, I'll bust it open and drink it.
Wow.
But probably not.
Yeah,
Show one. That's a show 1000. If anything.
that would be something. By the way, 2 outs, bottom of the second, 8-0 Dodgers. With 2 outs, still got one.
Game's
more out.
over.
Still got one more out, man. Yankees are in trouble. That's all I got to say. Would you like to see the AI Aaron Judge video again? Because I think that AI video was kind of close. Oh my God. We got Hae-Sung Kim up to bat right now. That's our guy from I think he's from Korea, right? And oh my God, yeah. Oh, anyway, yeah. Absolutely killing them right now. Yeah, that's not even a game. So do we have more in this video, Bum?
No, there's no more in that video. The rest of the report is just basically going to be two guys who are unhappy with the malt liquor report. It's just going to be Vega versus Steele.
Okay.
And we can just go back and forth until everybody says that's enough.
But isn't that kind of standard issue?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Neither one is happy unless either one is mentioned.
Right.
more than the other. Yeah.
More than the other. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I will say before we get to that, we do have a little intro from Vega that has nothing to do with that. And this is the other thing, Joe, that I'm only including because I know you will appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I think you are going to find this hilarious.
Okay.
Just play it right from the intro.
Okay. Here we go. We will play it right from the intro. Here we go.
You'll get it, Joe. I don't know how many else will.
Hello, everyone. This is J Vega 419 Malt Liquor Video. I'm your host, J Vega 419 the second. Welcome one, welcome all. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to this 40-ounce glass container,
Okay, that's all you need to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I do lead into to each show that way, so I feel like
No, that's not you, Joe. That's the report of the week.
oh, that's right. Yeah, food review. Yeah, so you're right. Yeah. Is he a fan? Is he a fan?
Apparently.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, because that's exactly who that you're right. Yeah.
hello, everyone.
Yes, even the whole way he's saying that is just like him. What's his name, by the way, Bum?
Review Bra.
Review Bra. Yeah.
This is J Vega 419 Malt Liquor Video. I'm your host, J Vega 419 the second.
The second.
Welcome one, welcome all. Thanks for checking in.
Now the difference is kind of obvious, right? From the review pros are always wearing a vintage, not a modern suit, a vintage suit. He's very well known for wearing suits that are vintage.
Like, yeah, straight out of Mad Men kind of suits, right? The thin tie.
Yeah, you know what's kind of interesting about the guy when you see interviews with him or when he decides to post a video about it, it's interesting how much he actually knows about the history of each piece of vintage clothing he's wearing.
I believe it. Yeah, he seems like that kind of guy.
And he's a night owl, so he typically sleeps during the day, if I remember right, and likes to stay up all night.
He's an interesting guy,
Yeah.
and he also does his own show on shortwave radio.
He's a shortwave radio.
Blows my mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's always been a big shortwave radio.
Yeah.
He has his own show on shortwave radio. God, I think it's like a 3-4 hour show. If you
It's like a podcast on shortwave.
I keep saying to myself, I want to listen to what this guy has to say. I want to find out what he's all about beyond the fast food stuff. And I just haven't done it yet.
Got to get yourself a shortwave radio.
Oh, I have 3 of them.
Oh, okay. Well, you got enough you could send one to me and Joe.
Mark, let me introduce you to a guy I know, Bum.
I thought I had one within reach, but
yeah. I'm like,
wait a minute. Here it is.
Introduced you to Bum. Yeah,
I figured maybe Bum sold all our shortwave radios for leaves.
No, are you kidding me? No.
No, there's none. But I do have one like about 15 seconds away.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, we should get one and listen to a show on the shortwave, and we can live stream it here.
Now, okay. So in all fairness to Review Bro, he puts it out, I think, as a podcast. I think you can. I might be speaking out of school here, but I think he puts it out as a podcast. Whatever he has.
It probably does, yeah.
So do you have to be a Patreon or whatever to?
Oh man, see, I don't know.
I think so.
Oh, you got to be a channel member or whatever.
Yeah, because I don't. He's kind of like Steele. I don't think he works a standard working man's job.
He's a very well. You know what? I feel like he's always made his money off of YouTube.
Yeah,
he was a college student that did food reviews, and started making some money off it. I believe his history. It kind of took off. He was making enough money where he was actually renting a room in the very house that he's known for doing these reviews from. and he was renting a room, and then I think he eventually rented either that house or found another house to actually rent because he was making enough money off of YouTube to do so, and it's kind of gone from there. I think he's
Well, I know for a while he was living out of his car. He was doing a bunch of reviews from his car, kind of like Vega.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because he would travel to go to some of these other fast food places that he didn't have in his area, and he would do those reviews from his car,
Yeah.
if I remember right. He's anyway. Great take, Bum, on Vegas. Yeah, that's a great take.
Yeah, and the other way you can tell the difference between him and Vega is Vega's nails are neatly trimmed, where Review Bras are like an inch long. Yeah. The report of the week's got some creepily long talons, which I don't get.
He's explained that too, because
he's explained it.
Yes, he has videos. Oh my God! Yeah, don't make me take a deep dive in. I haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I haven't done this in a long time. He's a very interesting video. He's a very interesting person, and there's been other people that have made videos about him. Now, years ago, he used to make videos about these people that made videos about him and his feelings about it, but it seems like he has stopped that. See, here's a review of the Amtrak Viewliner. Food was amazing. I've watched this video.
Okay, yeah, I've never seen any of that stuff. Wow.
He had interviews, see, like CNN. He's so popular that there's been actual reporting on him. He is that big in the fast food industry. He's no slouch. He's an interesting guy. That's what keeps people tuning into him.
Hey, good news, Bum. If you go to his channel, I'm on his channel page. He's got a link. It's called the VORW podcast, and it's a YouTube channel.
Yeah, the voice of Review Bra.
Yes.
Or voice of the report of the week. I'm sorry.
Yep, and it looks like they're hour and a half. There's one that's 4 hours.
Okay.
So yeah, you might be able to.
I thought there was something like that.
It looks like he's posting every month or so, something like that, one a month.
He used to have a much more regular schedule, and then I think, as life goes on, you get older, things change, and I think he's just kind of laxed on some of that.
It's because he's making a lot more money from his YouTube channel than he is from his podcast. I mean, he's probably doing he's got almost 3 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And then, so he's probably getting brand deals and that type of stuff. So,
Joe, can I post a link for Big Rome?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is definitely someone that I have. By the way, it's the top of the third, and it's 10-0 Dodgers. This game is over, kids. They are not coming back from 10-0. I don't see that happen. Okay, that's in the chat. Let's see.
So, do we want to hear from some dissatisfied customers about the malt liquor report?
Absolutely.
Because we have several dissatisfied customers.
Oh, please bring it. Yeah, we want to hear the dissatisfied.
Yeah, we got our customer service hats on. Let's hear what the complaint's about.
All right, we'll start with Vega, I think.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, Bum. Bum, you're gonna want to see this. Oh, how you doing, our friend the chairman now
The chairman, yeah.
of what group is it there, Bum?
The
ALDC. ALDC, yeah.
The chairman of the ALDC. You have the floor.
This layout is so fucking weird. This isn't StreamYard. This layout is weird. What's
yeah,
up,
you're
dog?
good right there. Right there.
Yeah.
You're
It looks like he actually has an office. Look at
Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished doing the last of the invoices at work, taking all the invoices of the week. Real talk.
Hey.
So I got 2 hours left not to do shit. I'm like, dude, I want to fucking go home.
So you're actually at work right now.
Yeah, fucking not doing shit. Placing orders and shit. Sam's Club orders and shit. I'm just ordering shit to make the store bankrupt at this point.
I'm sure they appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm sure they appreciate you doing that live.
They might as well. They throw it out every fucking day.
All right. So what are you drinking there? What is that?
I'm drinking a fucking Red Bull because I don't want to be on
Yeah,
the job
right.
getting
Exactly.
sick but I have something. Now, a coworker gave me this, and Bum has bad experience with this. I sent him one, maybe two. Labatt Max Ice, 8%.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go home.
That's how you're gonna celebrate getting home from work? Ooh.
Oh no, I'm gonna pour this in my dog's dish. I'm gonna give this to my dog. I'm not drinking it.
All right.
I don't drink no fucking high gravity lager.
So now that we actually have the chairman with us of this newly founded beer group. So what are the parameters?
Well, I just let you know this is the document. This is a blueprint right here. So
okay,
drawing out there. So X marks the spot. Y Z. And I can't tell you how to speak the American Lager Code. It's not even in English. But
hey, who am I? Right? I'm just some dude in Phoenix. Giving my. So what? How does one become a member?
That's the stupidest question you done ever asked me. Because you could have easily been a member. All you had to do was open up one of the Miller Lights or whatever the fuck you drink. That's American Lager. Just open it, drink it, you're in. There's no way fucking out.
It's easy.
So now I can't.
You gotta realize once you're in, there's no way out.
There's no.
You can try and drink as many IPAs, but you'll never be out. I drink IPAs too, so it don't fucking matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, Nordic Bones has a good point. She said this chairman actually has a real office.
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, look at that. See, look at that. It's got papers and stuff on the desk. I mean, that's legit. Yeah, that's not a set. That's not a set, folks.
Hey, the official sign that you have a real office is you have papers, you have a desk, and you have the fluorescent lighting.
And I got files. I got cases on all you bitches.
Files.
That's the balcony view.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
At the store. Okay.
What you know about Malt Liquor rooftop videos?
Hey, what's that guy doing in aisle 5A? Looks like he's stealing something.
Yeah,
put that back.
Shoplifter 5A.
Yeah.
Let me not look at them.
Yeah.
You know how ghetto people are. They'll be stealing. They'll be like, "Why are you watching me for? I'm not doing nothing."
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So what?
Look at that. Yeah.
But I'm proud to be a real American, unlike Stewart Ride. Keep drinking your UK malts, your Old English. That's not American. That's UK. You're supporting the UK with that shit. In America, we drink American-made lagers.
Yeah, not UK stuff.
Yeah. It might as well say Korpacki or Tatra. Oh my God. All them Polish strong beers tasted like shit. Bum, you remember that Hollandia I sent you? It was like 12.
Oh yeah, I still have the can.
Oh, that shit was so dreadful.
In the green can, Hollandia.
I feel so bad for Scumbag Supreme because he's like, "Oh, bro, you enjoyed those beers I sent you?"
I was like, no.
No,
Fucking-
no, you sent them along to some other chump.
Oh no, but so here's the thing. He had sent me a 6-pack. So I sent you 3, 1 of each. He sent me 6, so 2 of each. So I had already knew what they tasted like. I just sent you the other one.
Oh, okay. No, actually, I was quite happy to get those cast-offs. It was
Yo,
something
some
I
of
was-
those cans were crazy though because they got like an ad for a TV on like a Tatra can.
Yeah. The Tatra has that TV. Yeah.
You can win an LG TV. I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah, remember I showed that on the show. It's got that advertisement to win a LG TV on the back of that Tatra can. Yeah.
And that beer was so city, I wanted to throw it at the TV and out the window. It was fucking gross.
Oh, hey, Big World. So what? You know what? I see a comment here about this Sprite tea. Have you had that Sprite tea yet?
Yeah, it's fucking garbage.
Is it really?
Well, to me, it tastes like twisted tea with no alcohol in it.
Oh,
So if, you know how twisted tea is like disgustingly sweet? That's how it is.
Ugh. Yeah.
It's too sweet. It's too syrupy sweet. And I'm a black tea guy, so I don't usually like too much sugar in mine. You can tell that it's overly sweet. Not a fan.
well, I'm glad I didn't buy it. I saw it in the store and didn't
Yeah,
want to buy it. At that time.
I got one right here.
Oh yeah.
See, but you gotta pay for it. I could just sample.
He's doing a quality control check on the inventory.
Oh yeah, every time a new item come in, oh, it got a hole in it, got a dent in it. Me just get it. So, well, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. So me and my coworkers, we developed a saying for when we technically kind of stealing, but it's not stealing. We're borrowing because we don't get paid shit. So anyway, we grab something and we don't pay for it. We say Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Then
what has it got to do with it?
So I'm
free.
So I went and grabbed me a Red Bull yesterday. I said Morgan Freeman. I hear one of the boss say, "Oh, I'm gonna Morgan Freeman something too." I was like, "Oh, shit, the boss up on lingo. Let me get out of here."
Yeah. Now you got to change, right?
I'm like, shit. I thought only the second manager, me, at nighttime knew about that. Nope, everybody else know about that. I'm like, I'm about to go tell the boss. I thought I was the only one doing this. Let me go snitch.
Yeah.
Let me go up there and pay for something.
It's free, man.
I mean, well, I paid for it earlier. You just didn't see me when I was up there. I'm just moving fast. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you're just moving too fast. Yeah.
Is it because I'm black? Fuck, man.
Right. Oh my God.
So, are we calling it the Mexican Lager Report / American Lager Report? Like,
Now, Rome, we are going to, despite everybody's complaints, this is still the Malt Liquor Report.
no problem with malt liquor at all.
And we do have an explanation for that for all the disgruntled former members of the MLDC and the current members.
It just got boring. Drinking the same fucking shit every video. Same video. You're drinking the oldiness. You're drinking the oldiness. You're drinking the.
Oh, sure. But for tradition's sake, it's still going to be called the Malt Liquor
Tradition's
Report.
sake, you only got one little midget making malt liquor videos. Fucking that. And that motherfucker gayer than a fucking arrow. Get out of here. I told dude, let's go to this place where all these women at downtown. Fine dining, fuck this trolling. He told me, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go socialize with women. I want to troll people on the app like a fucking kid. We're a fucking adult man child. So anything that happened on the app with that faggot was his fault. Because he wanted to be a little troll bitch.
Hey, you know, he came out a long time ago. He the bar of his choice.
Well, he need to go back in that closet. Need to go back in it and don't let the door hit him. I gotta put some meat up. I gotta put some meat up. Hold up.
He's got to put his
Whoa,
meat up.
that sounds like a chairman thing.
Yeah.
Why you flip this thing around?
That's some good meat, my friend.
Yeah, you got to put some meat up. That sounds like a steel thing.
Nah.
Are you going to put that on your ninja?
You got a big hunk of meat there?
Did you say ninja or nigga? Like, what's
Are
the
you going to cook that on your ninja? You know me better than that.
Come on, ninja.
Yeah. Some people like to.
Only ninja I care about is the smoothie machine. Go flip yourself. Take it to blender.
Wow, you that's an actual market. Like you have.
Could you imagine if that little white fat motherfucker bought a smoothie machine? He would be so healthy. Be so healthy.
He ain't worried himself.
Bum, did you cover this already? The guy throwing out the ribs and fucking all that food.
No, I haven't even talked about that. Haven't shown it.
Dude, he went right back in the garbage and fucking took that shit out and ate it.
I think it's funny.
To his nephews. He gave the fucking food out the garbage to his nephew.
He never shows the garbage can with garbage in it. You know.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Dude, he's a walking garbage can. Come on.
The chairman, Joe. Allegedly threw out a rack of ribs.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
And then went back in the trash and ate it?
Man, that dude's so stingy. He wouldn't even let a crumb of bread go to waste. A crumb.
Wow. I don't know because he's
you know the bread ties from when you open up a bag of bread.
Yeah.
He got a whole jar full of the bread ties just in case.
Just in case.
Like he got a whole jar full of old English 40-ounce caps just in case he loses his cap and can't finish the 40.
Wow.
Said the one time he was sleeping on the floor and he was eating some lobster tails the day before, and he sold the bottom of his area where he was laying on the floor. There was lobster tail fucking cells on the floor. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna clean that up? And he decided to sell it to everybody. So
wow. Oh.
That's one thing that had like beer cans on your bedroom floor from the same day. But all that shit from like 2 days ago, a day before, come on now, man. Like I know when I get fucked up, I wake up an hour early just so I can clean up my room and shit, man. Get out of here.
Yeah.
No wonder why no woman want to reproduce with him. Let him drop that troll seed in there. That troll seed.
Yeah.
And you know what he gonna be saying? Is it in yet?
Oh!
I think that's part of the reason why WB said, fuck this. I can't even feel it. He told and he be still I'd be popping big shit. He'd be like, oh, this bitch is gonna bow down for my big unit. You're saying you got all this big stuff, then you pull it out. Hey, buddy, ain't nothing there. Fucking nothing there.
Nothing there. This facts.
Oh yeah. And this is the only thing closest to Steel Rat's face, a fucking pork soda. You fucking ugly motherfucker.
So this is an actual market you work in because you're showing raw meat. You're actually showing.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's an old building too, because is that a metal ceiling? Is that a tin? A metal? Wow. Yeah, that's old school building then. Yeah.
Wow. Look at this. So you've actually got
So we got the deli slices over here, and then
neighborhood kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the grinder right there. Not the app that's still right beyond. We got the grinder. And then we got the saw. Well, I almost cut my fucking finger off, so be careful. Yeah. And then we got the other bandsaw because these motherfuckers got food stamps and they be making us cut so much steak.
Hey,
dude, I cut like 7 pork loins the first of every month. And hey. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes
you can say
I just keep cutting. So it might be a little pork residue on your T-bone steak. Copes, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Everything here is not halal; it's haram. So,
Yeah, it's not halal for sure. Yeah.
so this Arab kid came to me and said, "I only eat halal food." I said, "I only eat haram food, motherfucker." Even my chicken wings got pork on them. I cook my chicken wings in pork fat, nigga. Come on.
Oh my god.
That's some down south shit right there. Cooking the chicken wings in pork fat.
Let me show you some of my snacks that I've got, and then you can tell me what you think. You probably had them already. I've got these Lay's.
Oh, dude. The fucking thing about that is, my favorite out of all of them is the Valentina and lime ones.
Okay, that's the next one I've got.
I was eating those last night. Fucking fire. Yeah, dude, those are great. You might want to get 2 bags.
Well, I've only got one of
Well,
these.
you don't smoke weed like I do, so you don't got to worry about that.
No. The weed is, I'll just say that it might be a little bit of impairment on your judgment onto what is really good or not.
Yeah. Well, now it's legalized in New York State the last 4 years now. But, man, this has been too strong. My body took like a year to adjust to it.
That would be good. I think that would be good.
Those
The
might be
Korean
my
style
second
fried
favorite.
chicken. Yeah.
Isn't there another flavor? Or is it just those 3?
There might be. These are the only 3 I got.
Nah, that's it. I'm looking at them right here. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So these are, I'm cracking open.
Oh, shit. You tried these yet?
The bacon
You know
grill.
about the jalapeno Chesters?
Yeah, well, those are Chesters, though.
The molester.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I talk like I'm doing like the ad libs in like a rap song.
You know what? These do taste like a bacon grill.
And this is a good time to remind everybody we are watching and listening to the sober Big Rome here.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Mostly.
Saline hot dogs over here, brother. We got them right here. 3-pound package, $9.99. Yes, sir.
Making
Have a
sales.
go with my brother. Yeah, don't forget I'm still at work. So.
No, you don't forget you're still at work.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
You see how dead it is? Fucking ain't nobody in here. Shit. Well, shit, I only got 20 minutes. I could leave at 9 if I want to. See.
Okay. These
Yes,
actually
sir.
bacon grilled cheese
Ooh.
Over there.
actually ain't bad, man. These are pretty good.
Yo, but Lay's, they do it good with the bacon flavor. Because I know they had a couple flavors with bacon. Yes, sir, up top.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Big
You
Rome.
know how many times I want to be like, it's right in your fucking face behind you. But I can't, though. Because you got to have customer service, though.
You got to have customer service, man, no matter what. You're the one that knows the store. They don't know the store.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm trying to find out where they used to keep the beer at before I started working here. See if we got some vintage malts.
These are the ones that Big Rome recommended, the Valentina and lime.
Lime.
Here we
But
go.
those pair well with a Mexican lager. Don't do the American lager with it.
Man, I tell you what.
I fucked up that whole bag yesterday, and it wasn't the pot. It was just because they tasted good.
These are actually really good. I'm kind of shocked.
You stop.
I'm shocked.
You're a black man who dines in Mexican cuisine every day. Get out of here.
I do.
I'm so jealous of the shit y'all get out west compared to the shit we get out north. Even down south, they got better fucking tacos than we do.
No, I can. As far as tacos, I can get good tacos anywhere. That part is not a problem.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I was told you got a family of Mexicans in the basement that make you tacos whenever you want.
Quiet. I don't let them out.
See?
We don't talk about that.
Shit, they heard me.
Okay, now here go the Korean style fried chicken.
Yeah, that's what I want. Let me know how those are, because that just on the packaging and the flavor, that seems like that would be a good one.
Yeah, and the wavy, the fact that they're
Yeah, like the wavy. Maybe it's the wavy that's doing it for me.
The wavy should be a little more crunchy. There's a
little bit crunchy.
There's a look at the inside of the bag. But
Look at all that fucking air.
well, they kind of have to. I mean, you need a certain amount. So there's.
I mean, it smells like fresh air.
You think?
Get another.
Is it like Korean hot chicken or something? Is it?
Oh, bum! I appreciate
Does it have ginger on it?
Your history lessons with the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh yeah, my pleasure.
I didn't know that, brother. And when I was listening, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they went woke in the 50s for a while.
Wow, that is really interesting. Now I know there's a lot of KFC in Mark's area. I personally,
it's not.
There's a lot of KFC in Mark's area. And that's what Korean fried chicken stands for.
Yeah.
KFC. So I know that that Atlanta specializes in fried chicken, period. And their secret little, their little fun fact is they secretly specialize in KFC. I think there's going to be a little bit of a disappointment here, Mark. But with that said,
I can go like 5 miles away and get real KFC, so that's not that hard.
Yeah, it's not that hard for Mark. There's going to be a little bit of a letdown here. I'll tell you what, out of the three that I've had, this is not as close.
Sounds like the Valentina and lime is the one. Yeah.
The Valentina, I'll tell you what, man. The one that most replicated what it says on the bag to me is the bacon grilled cheese.
Yeah, but Lay's do so many bacon flavors. Would they Lay's do us a flavor, whatever the fuck the contest was? Where they would pick a fan to make a flavor.
Well, there you go. See, I don't eat a lot of Lay's, so
yeah, I don't really eat snacks really. Only time I really get tips is like when I'm doing like a malt liquor video. I'm like, get some snacks.
Well, okay, so keep in mind what you said earlier, Rome. I actually live with a tortilla maker, so when I want chips
oh yeah, I'd be fat by now.
Chips are freshly made. Like, so if you live with someone that makes tortillas, they make chips.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a natural thing. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, if you ever had a homemade hard taco shell, that's just fucking amazing.
No, I don't. I have fresh tortillas, fresh tacos.
No, but what I'm saying is, they can make it fresh, but they can fry it after and make a fried taco shell. Make a hard shell.
Yeah, sometimes you have them like that, I guess. A papa taco, a potato.
You look disappointed in me for my American tacos.
Yeah.
My white people tacos.
Yeah.
We just put cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and that's it.
Yeah. But, you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. You can't be a level 100 big back out of nowhere.
So my chips are typically tortilla chips, right? So, and they're typically fresh and very, very, very good. So I don't eat a lot of potato chips, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So, and if you're saying that
you don't eat a lot of potato chips anymore.
No, I don't. I've never really had a lot of. When I think of chips, for me, chips are tortilla chips.
I'm not gonna lie. Since I've been back eating pork, only chips I eat is fucking pork rinds. Cause I went 2.5 years without eating pork.
Oh.
So it was a night where nothing in the fucking fridge. My girlfriend got a Baconator sitting in the fridge. I waited till 3 a.m. I was like, I'm gonna eat that fucking fish. And then when I took a bite out of it, I tasted that real bacon. I was like, yep, not going back. Fuck them Muslims. It was like, nah, bro. And now I don't even try to eat beef bacon or turkey bacon because that's not bacon. It's not.
So these are interesting.
I can't wait to watch that little midget Malt Liquor video about me coming on here. He's gonna be fucking crying. Oh, we were buddies. We were throwing the ass.
Yeah, these are good, Mark. The Korean fried chicken, but
what happened to the Malt Liquor report? It's over?
You interrupted.
Just like you interrupt the Malt Liquor report every fucking Saturday. So it's always the black man's fault. God damn you, Joseph.
So with that in mind, we're gonna get back to it.
Quit blaming me.
We're gonna let you get back to work instead of Mark. You know, the black people here.
Yeah.
For interrupting stuff.
What do you mean interrupting? I never interrupt anything. Come on.
We're gonna get back to it. Thanks, Big Rome, for jumping in. You take care, my friend. Okay. Good to see you. Peace out. All right,
Rome. All right, Havana. Glad you could chime in with 3 minutes of your time.
That was more like
or 30.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all.
Nah. Always a pleasure, Rome.
Hopefully next time I could be drinking some fucking craft beer. On a craft beer live stream. I'm sorry if I didn't expect you coming up with no craft beer. Don't worry, I still got like fucking 5 variety packs of craft beer to review. It's just been on the back burner.
On the right on. All right, Bum. What else we got?
Oh my. He is a humorous guy. I gotta say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you know, I try to like, hey, if you're willing to take the time to jump, you know, to click a link, we'll give you some time. You know, that's always been my thing. I will always stick by that. You know, even if I'm in a time crunch, I'll try to always give some time to that. You know, so.
But
see him.
That's funny. Once again, that was sober Havana.
Yeah.
With Havana, I always feel a little bit of a sense of awe, right? Like he's our guy that was a legitimate underage person, right? And look at him now. He has a job. He's an associate manager. He's right. You know. He's employed. He's at a job. He's working. He's a honest American person working, right? I don't have to necessarily.
Man, in a couple of videos this week, he was wearing glasses.
Was he really?
Yeah.
He's growing up on us.
Yeah.
You know what, Bum? Is he near 30? Is he 30 or almost 30?
No, he's like 23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because yeah.
But he's getting older, wearing glasses. Yep. He's losing his eyesight already.
Mm-hmm.
It's so interesting because I just remember with him. God, I think was he like 17 or 18 when he first
something like that.
Yeah,
in here, and I just don't remember. I'm losing a sense of how long ago that was.
Yeah. But yeah, he's wearing glasses now, but don't worry, he definitely doesn't have glaucoma.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Mark. Honestly, the KFC style out of these 3 styles, they're all good. I'm going to give them all 2 thumbs as far as being the effort. I would personally now the bacon grilled cheese isn't my favorite, but if I had to say if one is more accurate to that description, I would say that is more accurate. It's not my favorite of the 3, but it's the most accurate of the three, I think.
Hmm.
The Valentina, I would agree with Big Rome would be the second, and the Korean would be the third.
Okay.
With that said, I like the Korean for just eating better. Make any sense? Because they're wavy, they're a little
Mm-hmm.
more
Yep.
cheap.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I might grab a bag of the Korean then, because those are.
I'm kind of feeling them as far as like right now with the beers I happen to be drinking. Right now, I'm currently drinking a chocolate oatmeal porter, but I just had a couple of big hoppy double IPAs, Imperial IPAs. And so right now, this flavor is in my palate with contrasting with the porter. You know, that nice chocolatey oatmeal porter. These chips are nice and they have a nice amount of. So I think they've got the coating that would go on some KFC. I think they've got that down, but I don't get the chicken part.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So,
Yep.
which might be actually accurate because I feel like sometimes you get KFC and you don't really get the chicken part. It just tastes like.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Sometimes it just ends up being like a carrier for the breading and the spices. Like something chewy underneath the breading and the spices.
Yeah, the chicken's definitely secondary.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Is the fact that maybe this is the most accurate and I'm completely off. I'd be interested to see what everybody else thinks. What's the point, Bum? Do you know? It seems like this is a contest. Is this because it says flavor finalist?
No clue. No clue.
And on the back they have try all three flavors is number 1, and then 2 vote and $1 million. So on the back they have this. It's something about $1 million. I don't know what this is. So it says, do us a favor, flavor finalist, and you vote for your favorite flavor, I guess.
I'm sure it involves giving them your email address.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want any of this in my algorithm. So, wait a minute. Huffy is saying KFC here in Spain, you can get a beer with your meal.
I don't doubt that.
Wait, James says Joe will wear himself out talking and want to end the report ASAP. No, I don't want to end the report at all. We're still in the report. We just had a crap ton of Havana at work, and we still needed to get to more report. So with that, Bum sent another link, and we will get to it. Thank you, James.
Yeah, this is J Vega 419's complaint about the current malt liquor report. So go to 540
and put it on a fucking.
All right.
And he recorded this last week when I was a little bit late for the show. He already went out to the dilapidated Nissan.
Oh, he was already revved up.
Yeah, and before I jumped on the show.
I was watching the Shara Ho show earlier, and Bum was not in the building. I think that's a good thing. I think it's a great thing.
Oh.
Matter of fact, don't come back, Bum. Stay gone. No more fucking malt liquor report.
Oh.
Nope, it's time for it to die.
Oh.
Because let's face it, the malt liquor report is only about one fucking asshole and that asshole likes to cook is not the right word, because what that motherfucker is doing is not cooking. This motherfucker likes to throw together various bullshit and put it on a fucking tray, and then take pictures of it and post it on YouTube's. And the guys that like to swing on his nuts, that oh, look at that looks great. No, it doesn't. It absolutely does not look great. It looks horrible. It looks disgusting. I wouldn't feed that shit to my dog. My God. And then this fucking idiot has the nerve to try to sit there and go, well, you don't eat all of it. You eat till you get full, then you throw the rest in the trash. Bullshit, motherfucker. Nope. You eat all of it. You fucking eat all of it, you fat fucking bloated pig piece of shit, motherfucker. Fuck you. More.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, Bum, with all this red bandana stuff, is Vega coming out as a blood? Is he a blood? Is this allegiance to the?
I don't know. If you just keep watching, maybe like one day later he'll be a Crip. It just depends on whatever was on sale.
Yeah, or whatever just got done through the wash, right? Yeah,
that's funny. If someone's gang affiliation was according to what's on sale.
Yeah. You never know.
I gotta admit, the more I eat each one of these flavors, I kind of like them just as a whole, because I'm having various beers. If you like a spicy note, and I do, Valentina and lime hits really nice. If you don't like a spicy note, then I guess the other two will suit you just fine. But man, they all have their place. I would recommend these for sure. Buy them all. By the way, the price for each one of mine, I don't know if you can see that. Each one of these bags was $2.69, bro. $2.69 for a 2.5 ounce bag of chips.
That's $2 too much.
Wow. Right? What happened to these things being $1? Being 75 cents? What? Those days are long gone. We blew past that.
Yeah.
$2.69 used to be the regular bag of chips that you would buy home for your family. Wow.
All right. So do we got a response from the?
Yeah, actually, I should have played the chairman first, because that Vega video was kind of in response to what we're going to show now.
Oh, okay.
Not that big a deal, but we are kind of showing them in reverse order.
Or something.
But they both involve complaints about the malt liquor report. So this is Steel Worldwide. Go to 935, Joe.
Okay. 935.
Yeah.
No more fucking malt liquor report.
By the way, look at this food we got here. Are we led to believe that he cooked all this food, or did he purchase this food?
Oh, no, that's all from the Presto, Joe.
Oh, boy. Okay, we'll skip over that.
Yep. It caught the Sheriff Clown show yesterday. Yep, Steel called in multiple times. Trolling for the LOLs, yeah. I said, straight up, Bum. You fucking sellout. You call it the malt liquor report, yet he shows multiple Mexican lager videos. Yep, hypocrite bum.
Yeah.
But it's all right, bum. It's all right. Yep, stay tuned. Punxsutawney 2026. Mad Molar, Steel Wide. Possibly bum on the Ave.
Wow, Bum.
Hmm.
Is there something you want to share?
No, there's nothing to share. That just keeps getting said because Moeller is meeting Steel Worldwide in Punxsutawney.
Okay.
So they're trying to push for me to come up there.
So they feel like if they say it enough times, it will happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. It's a Monday. So
Now, Nordic has a serious question. Should I roll another J or take an edible?
Oh, why or just both? J and edible.
Oh my God. That's a lot. Yeah. I would say the edible. I would think I feel like you get more out of the edible if you have the time. Seems like to me the impact is going to be greater over a longer period of time.
Plus, you don't smell like burning rope when you're done.
And you don't smell like burning rope when you're done. Right? And edibles are usually in something delicious. They're usually in a gum.
Oh, she took my idea. Good idea, Mark. I'm not responsible for the results, though.
I think she already knew the answer. She just wanted confirmation.
That's
she wanted social proof.
Yeah.
That's one of those questions that you already have the answer to. You just want validation, right?
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Nordic and Steel Worldwide meetups, apparently the September 6th meetup might be off now, but yeah, Nordic can confirm that, but you never know. One never knows.
Okay.
So in the same video, Joe, go to 11:55, and this is already old incorrect news, but you can play it anyway.
Yep, Parkinson's alarm. Yep, word on the street is Muskrat's going to call in next week, to coach. Yep, don't worry, guy. I'll have my rebuttal. Speaking of calling in, Muskrat, you're welcome to call in. You're welcome to call me like you did when I started the call-in show. You called in. But write this down, Muskrat, 570-204-2707.
Okay, I think that's it. And we have one more bit here where this is the start of another new phase for the chairman as far as his food consumption.
Is that true, Bum? Did he call in?
What, Vega?
Yeah, did he call?
He did call him a long time ago.
Yeah, like when he first started doing live streams, right?
Yeah. We actually played it on the show, and actually, yeah, our show is the only recorded proof that Vega did call in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
last year sometime,
all
wasn't
lost
it?
to
Yeah.
history now.
Yeah.
Remember that? Okay.
So, I think I might have mistyped here. Try 2225
in the same video.
Yeah.
Okay. 2225. Here we go.
Me, but I'm America's new dietitian.
Oh, wow.
dietitian, self-help life coach.
South what?
Yeah, actually, go back a little bit before that. We caught the main part, but go back, yeah, like I don't know, 12:10 or so.
You ain't gonna get the disappointment. You know, eat only half of it. Eat half of it.
Oh, it sounds like we missed a
You
little.
run down your nearest McDonald's. Get the double cup, a quarter pounder with cheese. You know, eat only half of it. Eat half of it.
Okay.
Throw the rest in the fucking trash.
Oh, wow.
Yep. You'll get that high, but you ain't gonna get the disappointment. You know. This is gonna go straight to the waistline, but you only ate half. You only ate half.
Oh, and
Yeah,
I like
that's all right. That's all right.
I like the way
He fight me, but you know, I'm America's new dietitian, self-help life coach. Yeah, I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you.
Oh boy. Now, Bum, I don't know if you remember this. Okay, now I have said this a few times over the years. One of my theories that I do. Okay, I don't throw shit in the garbage. I'll tell you right now. But one of the things that I have done to lose weight and or satisfy a craving that I have is I agree with it. I buy it. And the fact that you bought something, in my case, I don't throw it in the trash, I give it away. So, it's very common for me to go to a donut shop, buy a dozen donuts for somebody else waiting in line. Like, I'll buy their dozen donuts and I'll walk out. I'll buy maybe myself a donut and buy their dozen. And I subconsciously have bought that dozen donuts. So that helps my craving for something. Or I have very frequently bought a ton of burgers. Never ate one. Never ate any of the food that I bought, but I'll buy food, take it to work, and give it to everybody at work.
You have mentioned many times about buying the Oreos and trying a few,
and I very rarely actually eat them. But I post a lot of flavors.
Right. Yeah, that's Joe. If that works for you, God bless you.
There's actually some science behind that, Joe.
Yeah,
there is. The dopamine hit that you get from whatever it is that you're craving is actually satisfied before you actually crave it. So, like, if you want food, you're like, oh, that looks really good. If you buy it, that most of the time gives you the hit.
Yes.
And then you give the food away. Or if you want to do an edible and a joint, you should probably just stop. Do it and then give it to your neighbor.
Yeah. I have a feeling with the edibles or the joint that ain't gonna quite satisfy.
Yeah, that stuff kind of does break down the dopamine barrier a little bit.
Yeah, you need to actually feel it.
Yeah.
But
now I will say that doesn't definitely by no means does that work in any way, shape, fashion, or form with me as far as food.
Yeah.
Buying it and giving it away. But I will say I can kind of identify with that as far as purchasing beer. I have told so many people, as much as I love drinking beer, I love shopping for beer as much as I do consuming it.
Yes.
And there have been many times where I have purchased like a 6-pack and have consumed one, and that's good enough for me. and I will then move on to something else, and then I'll eventually just either throw the rest of that 6-pack out or give it to somebody or whatever. That works with beer for me, but not food.
See, now I've always, even though my personal vehicle is 25 years old, I enjoy shopping for vehicles. So I am frequently asked by anybody that knows me, hey, what should I buy? What do you think I should buy? What's a good deal right now? And right now, actually, used car prices are kind of down. So it's actually not a bad time to buy a used car.
Like a 25-year-old Chevy pickup, is that a good thing to buy?
That might not be a bad deal. I have one I can recommend.
As a matter of fact, I know somebody.
I
with
know
a well-maintained 2000.
I know a guy.
Three-quarter ton Chevy pickup.
3/4 ton extended cab long bed pickup. Yeah. That anyway, but so I frequently get asked about that. I frequently buy things, right? In that, just like you're saying, Bum, satisfies, for me at least. It's not for everybody, but that can include food. As much as I love food, that can satisfy me. Now, for example, I just went to an Italian deli here in Phoenix. By the way, phenomenal Italian deli. Okay, I know my place. I know where I'm at. It's not an East Coast deli by any fashion of the imagination, but it's as close as we're going to get in Phoenix to any sort of thing that you guys have in the East. But even then, the owner, this shop has been here in Phoenix since 1975. The owner personally came up and shook my hand, introduced himself to me. I asked him a few questions. He recommended the pizza. I had already had a sandwich, lasagna, and sausage and peppers. I immediately got up and ordered a pie. 10-inch pie. Let's not get crazy. It's not like I ordered a big old pie. It was a 10-inch pie. But still, ordered a pie because the owner of this 45-plus-year-old restaurant recommended it. Ordered the pie, gave it away. I had a piece, gave some to the people on the next table. Just like that. Begged them to. I'm like, no. Please sample some of this pizza. Right? Please. Here, please. That's the Italian part of me that will just always want to give stuff away, right? I cook stuff. I love to cook. I am a good person. If I'm in your life, I'm a good person to know because I love to cook. I give away a lot of the food I cook, right? I pay money for this food. It's not cheap. Trust me. Right? It's not cheap. I put a lot of time into cooking this stuff, and I frequently give it away. Frequently. More frequently than you could imagine. It's just the act of, and for people that like to cook, Mark can relate to this. For people that like to cook, it's the act of cooking the food sometimes, and you don't even feel like eating it half the time when you're done. You might have a bite or two, you might have a little bit, but the act of preparing it, cooking, is good enough. It seems kind of funny coming from a fat guy. I understand. Because when I get around to it, I eat it. By the way, Dodgers, Yankees. Yankees won. Dodgers 14 in the bottom of the fifth. 2 outs. This game, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me already? Whew. Wow. Brutal. In LA, but you know. We got another link. Here we go, Bum.
Yeah, you know what? We can wrap things up here. We got all kinds of steel food related stuff that we can save for the next report, we can wrap things up here with just like we started with a what do we call this? Kind of like a moot point based on what happened tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Vega with kind of tonight's final word. Vega started off tonight with his intro, which was his review bra imitation. So we will leave it to Vega to close out tonight with his Junior Mart dedication.
Oh. Okay, here we go.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
go to 510.
510.
We're at the Junior Mart. And this Junior Mart goes out to raise his cousin, Coach. Call you tomorrow, dog. Swole.
Sorry, Vega.
And by the way, the mask is hanging on the wall.
Yeah, I think he's going to don that mask again eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mask is hanging.
Yeah, the mask is back hanging on the dilapidated fence.
Yeah.
It's going to make a comeback. He's just throwing a hint out to everybody.
He's foreshadowing.
The teaser.
Foreshadowing. That's the word, Mark.
A teaser. Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's it for tonight. We have more stuff food related from Steel next week. And I also need to mention, Mark, do you have an opera to go to next week?
No operas until September, I think.
Oh,
opera
okay.
season is over. Now, I don't think we're going to be here next week. Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm looking at my plans here as well, Bum.
Yeah.
I am taking some trips, but they're not going to involve a Saturday, which should involve the show. As far
Okay,
as
cool.
just yet.
Okay.
So we should be good through July.
Okay, because I mentioned last week that tonight we kind of had an anniversary to celebrate. It's actually on June 2nd, a couple days from now.
Okay.
We can celebrate that next Saturday. And I'm saying this because I was planning on doing it tonight, but I didn't get around to doing what I hoped to do. So
Oh, okay. Okay. So
hopefully next Saturday
whatever you're
we
going
will
to do
have
will
a-
be done by next week.
yeah, hopefully next Saturday we will have a special video presentation
Oh,
to commemorate a specific Share a Beer anniversary.
Oh, wow. This would be cool.
Okay, and I will throw a hint out, and I'll see if you guys can figure it out. June 2nd is going to be the 10th anniversary of a very memorable Share a Beer show.
Oh, that's got to be 323.
Oh, good God, Joe, you're too good.
No, is that is that really 10 years for that?
That is the very first. Mark is absent. The show is a train wreck show.
Oh, okay. Well, let's
10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
323 is like burned in my head. That is the show.
I've been harping on that show since it happened 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, that one is definitely burned in my head. That one is
Quebec? Yeah. Okay, now that would make sense.
Who
Yeah,
was
because
our friend from Texas who joined in on
Matt.
Yes. Fly me to the moon.
Fly me to
Yeah.
the moon.
Yes. Yeah.
There have been many train wreck shows since then.
Yeah. But that was,
Most of which involve Mark being absent.
yeah. It was a big point when Mark was gone
Yep.
was going off the rails, and that initially that's the way it worked.
Yeah. I don't know
That
what
was
it
the-
is, but
That was the first of many train wreck shows. As far
man,
as the
so that was 2015.
yeah,
Jeez, so what was that? That was beginning of June. We were out of town somewhere. God. Okay. I'm
Hey,
ready.
Any memories of that, Mark?
I'm trying to think. We would have been traveling somewhere.
I don't
Probably.
remember it being like super significant on your end, other than another nice little big,
It would have either been up to Pittsburgh to visit family, probably up to Illinois to visit friends, or out to
Yeah.
Colorado to visit family. Yeah.
I feel like it was an Illinois visit.
Probably was. Yeah. Beginning of the summer. Yeah.
I feel like maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. You might have went to Colorado, but
Yeah.
it was a nice visit on your end that wouldn't stand out on your end,
But
our end.
it's memorable. See, that's why I don't remember it, because I wasn't here to experience it.
That's the point.
I was probably sitting on a deck somewhere drinking a beer, watching the sunset.
Yeah, you could have been in Mazatlan for all we care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Even if it was significant in your life, it wouldn't matter. You weren't here, and that's what.
Yeah, I didn't experience it live.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
no,
think you did watch it afterwards. of
I
course.
did. Yeah, I watched it the next week. I was like, holy, good God. Huh.
But since that's the first big one, it stands
That's
out.
weird. Well, we've been only doing the show about 5 years at that point. So, yeah. Wow, that was 10 years ago. Jesus.
yeah.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
I was thinking about doing a special, like maybe like a 10-minute edit of that video.
Okay.
Condensing it down to its best bits.
Okay. Distilling it to the key parts.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
Down
down
to the essence.
at that point. We'd been doing the show for quite a few years at that point. By the time we did that, because what always stands out to me, for me personally, on a personal level, is my move from Albuquerque to here, and we've already had, that 10-year anniversary has already happened
Mm-hmm.
for me moving here.
Yep.
So, and we had already been doing the show a number of years before I even left New Mexico. So that, you know what I'm saying? So anything that happened once I got to Phoenix always stands out as not that long ago to me, not that long ago, because it's within the time that I got here. So it's, it's like, okay, that's 10 or 11 years ago. It's pretty,
Wow.
over the span of the whole show, it's like, well, we're 18 years now, right?
Just about. Wow.
We're coming up on 20 years of service here.
Yeah, we're at 16 now.
Yeah, we're at 16. Yeah. Okay. I've got to think about this for a week. Yeah.
So that'll be fun, Bump. Thank you for that reminder. I appreciate that very much, man. Another solid malt liquor report. Thank you, Billy D. We appreciate it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Lone Wolf mentioned, I should have mentioned, he has made her grand return under her own name and admitting it's her under like WB spelled out, whatever her channel is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No videos, just in comments.
Okay.
Sorry, Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf, I may be slacking on the minor stuff like that, but I'm not slacking on a different Mexican lager every single week.
So Lone Wolf is the same person as who?
Huh?
What
No, they're talking about WB's big unhinged return.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear over the music. My apologies. Top of the 6th, 1-14, Dodgers. Landon Knack is in his 101st pitch in the top of the sixth, though.
Hmm.
He's into a lot of pitches right now. He's in a 3-2 count, 2 outs, top of the fifth. Throwing right now to Dominguez, and got him! Got him! That ends the sixth, and that'll end Landon Knack, I am sure, for this evening, for this game. Landon Knack is our minor league guy that we keep bringing up in big spots. Hell, I think he even pitched in the World Series last year as well. But they keep bringing him up in big spots. Of course, the Dodgers famously by now, if you keep up with baseball and what's happening in baseball, nobody in baseball has more pitchers that could start for anybody else in the league, in the majors. Hurt. I think we're up to like 15 right now. It's something like $100+ million in payroll that is on the IL. I'm used to saying IR, but or DR.
Oh, the disabled. You can't say disabled list, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Can't say that. That's
bad.
That'll get you canceled.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the IL, I mean, it's a staggering amount of pitching, but the Dodgers are that deep. I mean, that's how deep they are. They're still number one. It's insane. Like anybody else would be like, you're done. That's it. Your season's over. But Dodgers keep 14-1 Yankees. With a guy out of our AAA team.
That's cool. Wow. Well, sorry to disappoint you there, but I have 0 on hand.
Oh, Coke Zero.
Yeah, Coke Zero. Yeah. That's the only Coke I got is Coke Zero.
By the way, what's the difference between
Diet Coke and Coke Zero?
Yeah.
Coke Zero is a little sweeter. I like Diet Coke better than Coke Zero.
Every one of those sodas has a diet version and a zero, like
zero sugar.
Like Mountain Dew, Diet Dew, which my consumption of Diet Dew is well known on this platform.
Mm-hmm. But do they have Dew Zero too?
Yeah, they have zero Mountain Dew Zero.
Yeah,
which I've had.
I think they even serve that at Taco Bell too, Bub.
Yeah.
And I tried some, and I actually prefer the Diet Dew.
Yeah, Frantic Flintstones, right? They use different sweeteners, different fake sweeteners. But yeah, I think for Coke Zero seems a little sweeter to me, so I like Diet Coke better.
Is it?
And
are you bum a Mountain Dew person?
Yeah, I mean Diet Dew. Yeah.
Okay, so I always thought, okay, just like if you're a Coca-Cola person, you would want to at some point, if you maybe you're not a fanatic, but if you are a person that wants to have the ultimate Coca-Cola, you at some point want to go to a McDonald's and have a fountain Coca-Cola because it's the ultimate Coca-Cola, or supposedly.
Allegedly.
I think of Taco Bell that way for Mountain Dew. Is that accurate, or
I cannot say. Could not tell you the last time I had a traditional Mountain Dew fountain drink. Couldn't tell you the last time.
Well, that was kind of my point. Is I feel like for Mountain Dew, that is the ultimate. Certain flavors of Mountain Dew, like a Taco Bell flavor of that is at the ultimate. Like, I don't know. I feel like I got that from Review Bro. Like Review Bro, I feel like is where I got that from.
It's
Maybe.
possible.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anywhere you would have gotten it, it would have been from him, right? I mean, because he's like the aficionado of fast food, so he's probably done a full in-depth analysis. Now, if you listen to the Shortwave podcast, he probably goes in depth on it.
Probably. Oh, wait a minute, Vega.
Yeah.
Coach, you broke my heart.
You stood me up. Jilted lover.
Vega, please do not take it personally.
Special.
Vega, please do not take it personally. Coach is known for unfulfilled promises. He has a whole, what do we call it? A whole trail behind him of broken hearts.
Hey, Havana has your back.
Yeah.
Havana's got you, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're my dog, Vega. You're my dog. All right, we're out of here, kids. I've at least got the bottom of the sixth here to watch this 14-1 blowout over here. I mean, that ain't fun to watch. I don't care who you are, what side of it you're on, even if you're on the winning side. 14-1 in a baseball game ain't very fun to watch.
Unless it's your team, you want it to be 30-1.
I don't really care. I haven't been in a huge hurt. Otherwise, you'd have hurt like a 1-1 game or a game where you're still down in the sixth, going into the sixth. You get up for it. You get excited. That was yesterday. Yesterday, we were 4-2. You know what I'm saying? And then we came back and beat them. And scored 8 runs and beat them. But you get more up for those games. A 14-1 blowout, especially in the second, third, fourth inning, you're like, come on, man. I don't know. If I'm at the game, I'm leaving by the sixth inning. I'm like,
Now, see, to me, when you have that many runs, my first thought is, oh my God, we could have a record here by the ninth inning. Maybe they'll score 50 runs.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for that.
That's true, but I could get out of the stadium and watch that at home.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because the problem is, and you know how many games I go to. I go to a lot of games. So, you miss so much. It's funny the things you get going to a game, but then the things you miss from the telecast, going to a game. And until you get home from the game and then you rewatch the game, you're like, oh, I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to that, especially with a baseball. And baseball is so heavily statted, right, with everything. And they're always constantly coming up with new stats. And if you're not watching or listening to the telecast, you're not keeping up with that at all. You miss a lot. And it's not till you get back from the game. And the Dodgers have some excellent restaurants and some excellent spots that are right outside the stadium that you can go to, and they've got the games playing, of course, and you catch up immediately as soon as you get to these spots. Excellent food, excellent crowd, and that's what I would prefer in this instance, and then keep up with what some of these records, like you're saying, Bum. Right now, the Dodgers have, it's 14-1. There's 15-5 hits in this game. I don't know what that is saying because I'm not listening to the audio, which is similar to being at the game. Mark, actually, you're a good one to ask because you go to a lot of events as well every year. You go to a lot of events. We go to different events.
Mm-hmm.
what's your feeling of the type of events you go to? Your events that you go to are mostly concert related,
Mm-hmm.
music related. What is your sense of going to these events versus any sort of after watching it on video? I would imagine you have a different point of view because
Oh,
going,
completely different. Completely different. I
yes,
mean, being if it's a good performance, being there is you can't replicate that on video. I mean, it's you know, there's no comparison. If it's a good performance and you're into the music, yeah, video can't do it justice. So
yeah,
that's like I said, if you've never been to a symphony, you need to go to a symphony and just be there when 100 musicians are all playing together at the same time
Yeah.
and going
Yeah.
through it, because yeah, it's amazing. Really, it really is when you think about all the coordination and everything that goes into it. And you can see it on a video, but to actually be there when it happens, yeah, that's what's cool about it. Even if you don't like
In a
necessarily like the music in a hall, yes.
I was in a great music hall where the acoustics are
Yeah, and the
great.
dynamic range where you
Yeah,
can hear one single instrument like a flute or a violin, and then you can
Right. Right.
half a second later the whole orchestra comes in and it goes from like 10 dB to 110 dB just
Right.
like that. It was just like bang. I mean, you can't, and that's what all the audio geeks try to replicate
yes.
in their $1 million, and you can't do it. You can't do it.
Right.
So I mean that's the biggest reason why we like classical music, but it's more about just seeing all those performers work together and the sound. It's just, yeah, you can't replicate that on any video or home audio system. You can get close, but it's not the same.
Joe D enjoys hearing himself talk. Um, yapping about yapping. Look, of course, right? Of course. Okay. All right. I like hearing myself talk. So do you. Because you're here. Okay. Now, that leads into the shirt Mark is wearing. Now, Mark is wearing a shirt from the Rocky Mountain Audio Fest.
Yep.
That he got one, and I don't know what happened that particular audio fest. We've been to 2. Did we go to
We've been to 3?
3? So, what is great about it is Mark is also an audio guy. Now, Mark was responsible for me getting into 2-channel audio as big as I have. And then that led to me getting into home theater as big as I have as well, which is a different deal. It's a different deal getting into home theater than 2-channel audio. So what the perspective that Mark has is better than mine, because I go a lot of sporting events. Mark goes to a lot more musical events. The thing that you cannot duplicate, you could duplicate the highs okay-ish. It's the lows. Bass you can't duplicate at all. It is gone. You can try. There are some attempts, but bass doesn't translate. It just does not.
Yeah, and it's still if you're in a good audio space, I mean that makes the biggest difference. I mean you can't replicate
no
an a hall where it's however many billion cubic feet or whatever it is. There's just there's no way to replicate that from bass all the way to the highs. Yeah, so you can get close, but yeah, I mean we've got records that we've listened to on our system, which is an okay system, and then we listen to essentially the same performance in an orchestra. Every live performance is always different from because it's always different, but the same basic music, and there's no comparison. There really isn't. You can get closer, but it's not the same as being live. So if anybody watching or listening, if you've never been to you can go to rock concerts, which is great, but if you go to like a symphony orchestra and you like music and the dynamics and the sounds and how everything works together, you need to do that, at least once, just to kind of experience it.
I think what
Because your Apple AirPods aren't going to reproduce that.
Oh, come on. I got Beats Pro, bro.
Yeah.
I got Beats Pro.
Yeah. I know. I got 88 subwoofers in the back of my Vega, my Chevy Vega. There's a car for it. How about that, Vega? See, that would be the ultimate. Vega, you need to get a Vega. We need a dilapidated Vega video.
I actually owned Vega. I owned a 71 Vega. I owned Vega.
And you got rid of it?
I owned a blue Vega.
Yeah.
I owned a blue Vega. I put many Opel transmissions in that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Trust me, I put at least 3 of them in there, in that sucker. Yeah, that Vega was known for going through transmissions, and I definitely put my fair share of them in there.
Yeah.
But a hell of a car when you ran it. I mean, when it ran, it was fun. A little 4-speed.
Didn't they have a Vega where they put in a 350 in there? Wasn't it?
Well, that was what
like a 327 or 307 or something.
I don't
like
know.
A small block V8 in a Vega.
That was what you did to a Vega.
I thought they had like a Sport or GT model or something like that.
They did. I have no idea, but I know that's what you.
Or was it all like badging and still the same lame 88 horsepower 4-cylinder? But it had racing stripes on it, so that made it faster.
The biggest failure with the Vega was that transmission. It just wouldn't hold up. And so, but man, when you put another one in there for those 2 weeks, it was like a racehorse. I mean, it was so much
for
fun.
2 weeks. That seems like a lot of work for 2 weeks.
They were disposable transmissions, man. It was literally like, if you had any means, at the time, I was turning wrenches, so it wasn't that big a deal for me. As long as I could find another junkyard that had another one, I could pull it out of that one or have them pull it out for me.
Yeah.
Pick it up. And they were so light. I mean, it was literally that kind of transaction. It was like, just go pick it up, boom, put it in the back of the pickup and take it over there. In my case, I had I had that 71 Vega and I had a 71 Ford LTD. It's basically a pickup with a trunk lid on it. It was huge. So I just bloop, put the transmission in there, take it to my job, and drop the transmission off, and then push the Vega back into the shop and put it on the lift, slap it in there, bolt it back on, throw some fluids in there, and we're back in business. Bob.
Okay. Well, OO Bro has said something about bum, but I kind of need to do the part of that.
OO Bro says bum needs the shit so bad. Shows you how much you know, dude. I just did that 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. Depends for the win.
Yeah, the fans are for the win, exactly. And a nice strong fan. All right. We're out of here, kids. We'll see you next week. Peace out, man.
All right. Later.
R.I.P. OD'd.
Yes, R.I.P. OD'd.
Yes, R.I.P. OD'd, man.